Rising people are not real Scorpios. Obviously, I'm joking. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Mina. If you don't know me, I'm an astrologer. I love talking about astrology with you. If that's something you like, smash subscribe for good luck so we can stay connected. You can be informed when I upload my weekly astrology videos. Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about something a little different. There is a very prominent YouTuber out there that likes to dominate and control all things Scorpio. She is making a very aggressive claim that Scorpio Sun individuals are the only legitimate Scorpios, and that they are the ones that have the sole right to talk about anything regarding Scorpio, whether that's Scorpio life experiences, Scorpio in love, Scorpio turning into the Phoenix, everything. They can only talk about it, no one else. And in particular, Scorpio Rising individuals are extra fake Scorpios and shouldn't be allowed to speak on the Scorpio experience. You guys, obviously at best, this is just a very strong, personal, subjective opinion, because there's no reputable astrological sources that will back such a claim up, and she is entitled to her opinion, as is anyone, and I'm sure she does have valuable subjective advice to give others, which I do see value in that. However, when you're dressing up subjective opinions as facts and are pushing it out so aggressively, you are in fact misleading people, which I take high offense to, and I don't like to do such things on my channel. So today we're going to clear the air, and I will be discussing with you why Scorpio Rising individuals are in fact real Scorpios. And I feel good about giving you guys this information because it is easily verifiable through many reputable astrological resources that will echo similar things that I'm saying. What is the rising sign? Let's discuss this first. So the rising sign is something that changes every 2 hours, and it really coincides with that exact moment that you take your first breath here on planet Earth and you become a part of the living, breathing human experience. It is really an energy that you're just bathed in outwardly. It is a cloak that you wear to protect yourself because it is our survival instinct, which is so important. It tells us through the sign our rising is in, how we fight our flight in those moments, how we interpret new situations, new environments, how we deal with new anything. That is our rising sign, and we use it on a daily basis. I like to associate the rising sign with the part of our brain called the amygdala, and the amygdala is in charge of big threat detection and response. It will override every single part of the brain when it feels threatened to a high level, and it will make the best decision for our survival. And if the threat isn't that sizable, it will default to our frontal lobes, where they will make the most logical decision in order to help us stay living and breathing. My friend Denise likes to call the rising sign the spacesuit. And what does a spacesuit do, guys? It protects the astronaut from harsh elements in space so the astronaut can survive and deal with the environment. And that is what the rising sign does. It helps us decipher, to analyze, to make decisions about our surroundings in order to help us survive. We're always trying to survive on a daily basis, you guys. We're always deciphering new people and new environments, physically and psychologically. We're always in situations where we have to encounter things unknown. Hence, we're always using our rising sign energy because that's what's in charge of doing all those things. It really is the boss of our charts, you guys, which is why we call the planetary ruler of our rising sign the chart ruler. It's going to be the dictator over what comes out in our chart outwardly, what's expressed in what moments, because it's not going to allow things to come out if it's going to threaten our survival. So, is this set in stone? Is this always the case? Absolutely not, which is the beauty of astrology, you guys. It's a very complicated, in-depth puzzle that we have within ourselves, and that's why there's always exceptions. For example, as Venus is touching your rising sign, conjunct your rising sign, Venus is going to be a prominent voice in your survival instinct, in your default energy when you're dealing with new situations, new anything to do with your rising sign. So the possibilities are endless, guys. It can always be altered. The rising sign can also influence our physical appearance. Now, to a micro level, like, oh, all Aries risings have red hair. No, not in that way. What I mean is it can give you a physical aura, a physical essence. For example, if you're a Scorpio rising, you could have very penetrating, intense eyes when you stare at people, no matter the color or shape of your eyes. You can also have a very intense sexuality vibrating off of you, a magnetism physically. Rising sign is super important, guys, because again, we use it on the daily. So if your rising sign is in the sign of Scorpio, of course this is a huge energy in your life that you deal with on a daily basis. Mostly because it is ruled by two very intense planets. Mars, in charge of our physical drive, what dictates our actions, what actions we do take, what are our visceral desires, how we fight. That is Mars, paired with Pluto, the planet of rebirth, death, transformation, all things obscure, dark, and odd. Scary sometimes, Pluto. Imagine those two planets are the eyes of your ascendant. That is a very heavy, intense energy to have every day, to have making decisions for you, to have observing your environment. It is very, very legitimate, and it is very prominent in these people's lives. If you have a Scorpio rising, you will encounter Plutonic, Scorpionic themes in your life, such as death and rebirth on a spiritual, emotional level, because Scorpio is a fixed water sign. Fixed water is concerned with maintaining emotional control, maintaining emotional concealment. Scorpio risings don't like their actual emotions to show up in their face, and they often don't. You could see them looking very intense, almost angry, and they could be feeling something completely different. You never know. There is a mystery about them in this way, because they really do feel safe and in control when they're controlling their emotions to a very extreme level. Not everyone gets to see their emotional core and what they're thinking and feeling. They don't let people in very easily. That is a highly Scorpionic theme to be dealing with on a daily basis. Again, legit Scorpios here. And the most Scorpio thing about Scorpio risings is that Scorpio rising paradox, because our rising sign has to do with our 7th house and our descendant, which our descendant and 7th house dictates not only what we need to feel emotionally balanced inside of ourselves, also what we need in other people that we let close to us, our intimate relationships, what we need out of them to feel the most secure and safe and happy. Your descendant in 7th house is in Taurus, Scorpio risings. So that is the fixed, practical, stable earth sign ruled by Venus. What does this mean? Well, within yourself, it means that you want to feel calm, because a lot of times you're so concerned with keeping that emotional control that you aren't allowing yourself to breathe at all. You're not allowing yourself to feel relaxed around other people. Scorpio rising individuals like to stay a million steps ahead of everyone around them. They like to scan and analyze everyone to a deep psychological level. They want to know what's going on. They want to know people's motives. This is really intense for these people, and they want to maintain that control, but they also desire deep connections with others, and they want to unzip. Really, our 7th house and descendant is how we really want to unzip and not worry about surviving. Want to feel relaxed around people. So they do want that easy breezy Venus, Taurus is ruled by Venus, way with people. They want to be able to relax. They want to be able to enjoy things with others, which is the intense paradox they have within them. This is two different needs, and their survival instinct is going against what they need in their 7th house and descendant to feel that inner balance and to feel comfortable around others. So yes, guys, you are legitimately Scorpio. You deal with Scorpio energy every day. You have Scorpio struggles with wanting to be close to others but not wanting to lose control, being afraid of losing control within yourself, having trouble trusting people. These are things you deal with. You are legit Scorpios, at least I believe, and most reputable astrology sources would also agree with me. This YouTuber also likes to make a claim that air signs that claim Scorpio rising, such as Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Moon, Sun people claiming Scorpio rising is extra ridiculous and extra fake. Simply not true, again, objectively. Let's take a look at this deeper. So the cool thing, very interesting thing about a Scorpio rising person is that, let's just say if they have a Libra sun, the Libra sun ego is going to want to be close socially with people, wants to mingle in that easy breezy Venus way, wants to be beautiful and not offensive to others, needs that social connection deeply, wants to aggressively go after that. But if your survival instincts are tied up in a Scorpio rising, if that's your rising sign as a Libra sun, it's going to hold you back from doing these things a lot of the time. It's going to make you look unapproachable sometimes, because although Scorpio rising individuals are very alluring, they're also very polarizing. So you either are very drawn to them or you're very repelled by them. It can make you look a little intimidating to others, which is not Libran at all. So your Scorpio rising energy that you use on a daily basis to survive, to decipher new information, to take in your environment, could push away the ambitions of your Libra sun, because it is the boss of your chart and it is telling you, no, don't socialize with these people. Maintain that emotional control. Be very observant of your environment to a hyper degree. Analyze everyone psychologically. Be a million steps ahead, because remember, you guys have the mascot of the scorpion in the dark cave, ready to strike with the stinger and the pinchers, wants to survive and defend its soft insides with that hard shell. Again, another reason why this is a strong, legitimate rising sign, and it doesn't really matter what you have underneath. It can really dominate a chart for this reason. It can really make any chart a whole lot more serious and stern looking and dark. In conclusion, you guys, Scorpio rising individuals are legitimately scorpionic. They use this energy on their daily lives. It's sometimes a very inhibiting factor depending on what their sun and moons are and other placements in their chart, or it could be something that just makes them even deeper and more alluring. Maybe even if you're an air sign and you want to socialize with people, maybe your Scorpio rising makes you more emotionally in tuned and a more dynamic person, even with all that air. The possibilities are endless yet again, which is why astrology is awesome. And come on, those Scorpio rising guys, tell me that's not scorpionic. Just prove it to me. You guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I hope it really cleared up the subjective air. I hope you feel like real Scorpios, because you are objectively and factually are real Scorpios. And I would love to hear about your Scorpio rising experience in the comments below. I am a big fan of yours. I think you're fascinating people. You guys, I didn't really go into super depth of Scorpio rising because I never really intended to make a rising sign series. I merely just wanted to speak about the validity of your scorpionic experience. But if you want a rising sign series, let me know in the comments. I will be back for more love, compatibility, and moon videos soon, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye!